Assalamualaikum viewers, welcome to my channel Genome Wide Study. If you are new on my channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon so you will get the notification of all the new videos. In this video, we will talk about correlation analysis, that how we can do the correlation analysis. But before going to perform the correlation analysis, we must know that what are the correlation analysis and why we will do it. The correlation analysis are the analysis in which we can examine the linear relationship between the variables or among the parameters, that we can check that is there any relationship between two variables or parameters. If the correlation analysis shows that two character or parameters or whoever you are studying are related or have some relationship, it can be then investigated that whether one variable or character or parameter can be used to predict the characteristics of the other. For example, it means that in correlation analysis we can predict the characteristics of another variable or parameter or anything that is have the relationship with the first one or any one which is related to it. With the help of correlation, the linear relation between two variables can be examined, and we can check their characteristics or predict the characteristics. Now we come to the strength of correlation. That the strength of the correlation is determined by the correlation coefficient, which varies from -1 to +1. This means that correlation analysis can be used to make a statement about the strength and direction of relationship between the two variables. The strength of correlation can be expressed in words with the help of given table. Sorry, I misplaced the table. So it is the table on the basis of which we can express the correlation in terms of word. If the or a relation value or the correlation value, the correlation value is between is 0.0 or less than 0.1, then we can say there is no correlation between these two variables. If the value is 0.1 less than 0.3, then we can say that they have a little correlation, and this is less than 5, then have the medium correlation, and if less than 7, then we can say that these two variables have high correlation, and if have the 0.7 to less than 1, then we can say that these two parameters have very high correlation. So in addition to the strength of the correlation, there must be the direction of correlation, that in which direction either their relationship between the two variables is the positive or the negative. So what is the positive correlation? The positive correlation exists whether larger value of a variable are related to the larger value of another variable. For example, I want to study these 5 genotypes, and I want to check the relationship between among these 5 genotypes on the basis of these characters, that the plant height, leaf length, leaf width, branches, and pods. Or I want to study the expression or relation of these 5 genes on the basis of given a strength and in their behavior or their expression at the interval of 0 to 4, 12 or 24 hours. So I want to check that if they have the positive correlation, for example these two genes HSP 70, 12 and 15, if they have the positive correlation, then if the value of this gene increases, then the value of this second gene will also increases if they have the positive correlation. Or if they are, which I want to check the 5 and 21, and if they have the positive correlation, then the value of this 5 gene is increases, then the value of this 21 is also increases, and the vice versa for the negative correlation. Like the if the negative if these two genes have the negative correlation, then if the value of this gene 5 is increases, then the value of this 21 decreases. In positive correlation, the value of both parameters or variables increases, while in negative correlation, the value of one parameter increases while the others decreases. So the positive correlation resulted the correlation coefficient that lies between 0 to 1. If the correlation coefficient values comes between 0 to 1, then we can say that there is a positive correlation between two variables. And likewise, the negative correlation, if the value of one is increases, then the value of another one is decreases, as we discussed before, and their correlation coefficient lies between -1 to 0, and we can show them in negative values. Now I want to calculate these the correlation among these my genes. So how to do this analysis? If you want to check or know the analysis, correlation analysis among these interval time, then you can keep these values above. If you want to do the correlation and want to know the correlation about the among these genes, then you must keep these genes at above here, as I have kept here. And any variable or any parameter you want to know the correlation among these, so that you must keep at above level. Likewise, you can also use this data that plant height, leaf length, branches are like this. If I want to know the correlation analysis among these variables, then I keep them above. If I want to know the correlation among these genotypes, then I keep them above. So copy and transpose. So here this data we can use it. Any data you can copy, simply copy it. That I want to copy this data, select copy, then open the link. The link is given in the video description. You can directly click on it and go to this website and paste your data in this box, and then from here you can select here the image width, height. You can increase it accordingly, and then the text size of that correlation comes here. You can increase it, and their decimal point 1 up to 2 decimal point or 3, and here is which method you are using for calculation, Pearson or Spearman, that so here you can choose the color that boxes appears according to your choice, and here the shape of that comes in the shape that a square, ellipse, numbers, whatever you want. And here are the you want to see the both the above level or low level or only square. So here you can be significant on which level 0.05 or 0.01 means or 0.001 means 90% or 95% or 99%. Anyone you choose. Here you can choose the font and then click on submit. So here my results are come, and it shows the relationship. If I, for example, I didn't want this square, I only want this graph in a triangle, and I want to show that the below triangle, then you can choose here the option that the lower triangle, and then click on submit. So the results come in lower triangle. Now here you can see that there is a relationship between this 12 and the 5, and here is the sign is a negative, so we can say their relationship is negative correlated with each other. For example, if the value of this gene is increases, then the value of this gene decreases. And here also they have the negative correlation, but this the HSP20 with HSP12 they have the positive correlation. It means that the value of this HSP70 increases, then the value of HSP12 also increases. And the value that the 0.15, it means they have the low correlation, and this is the 0.63, so it means they have the high correlation. So this is also tells about the strength and also about the uh, how to say the direction of the correlation. From here, by clicking here, you can download this figure, and also by clicking this the R value matrix and the P value matrix. When you click it, so it will give the Excel sheet will be downloaded, and where you can check the R values of each that parameters or genes. And here is the P value, which tells us that this value is significant or non-significant. You can simply click it and then download it into your destination folder and open it. Sorry. So here is the P value, and it tells us that there are the 0.5, 0.5, and these are the non-significant. So here only this, that the 0.01, it means it is lower than the 0.05, so it means this is significant. Like there, the 21 and 20, the relationship between 21 and 20 is significantly higher correlation among these two genes. So this is all about correlation analysis. If you have any question, please like, comment and share, and you can send your query through comments. If you have any question, please don't forget to like this video. Thank you.